everybody, it's Steph, and I thought I would kind of start my Booktube Newbie Tag. I still haven't quite figured out an intro for my channel yet, and I'm sure that'll come as things get more natural. I wanted to do this in a kind of a relaxing setup in my home. Have a little bit of wine here, and it's, the end of the workday, and I wanted to talk some books. So I guess we'll get started. Question number one is, why did you start this channel? And I think the biggest thing for me was that during the quarantine and everything that's going on, I've realized I don't have a huge creative outlet. And I went to school for communications, and I loved editing and post-production when I was in college, and I kind of wanted to get myself back into it. And then combining that with reading, which I've found myself getting back into recently. So yeah, and I've been a big Booktube watcher, follower for a long time, and I kind of want to jump into the community myself. So yeah. Okay, question number two. What are some of the fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? Well, I don't know if anyone else is doing this, and please let me know if people are, but I love to run and I love to read, so I thought I would kind of incorporate the two. Take you out on my runs with me, and the trails and the roads, and like fill you in on like all of the books that I'm listening to, audiobooks and everything. So I thought that would be kind of fun. And just, I kind of lost my way with reading for a little while in college and like after college, and now I'm coming back to it. So I'm new to a lot of the popular books that were being read a long time ago. So I think that would be kind of fun for me to jump into some older popular books and, maybe some new commentary on those. I don't know. So yeah, that's I think my contribution. Number three is, what are you most excited for by starting a channel? I think just the community and having more interaction with other readers, make some friends, just chat more. It'll prompt me to read more, maybe run some more too. So yeah, I think that's what I'm most excited for. Number four, why do I love reading? Well, my mom is a librarian, so she was always bringing books home. I mean, I grew up an avid reader. I mean, I loved, I can remember the American Girl series. I loved reading the Bailey Street School Kids, which was like a children's series that was like back, they had like Frankenstein and different types of monsters, and they were like elementary school kids. And I just remember going to the library growing up and just taking the same books out all the time because I just loved them. Obviously Harry Potter and, all of that fun stuff. But as I got older, I kind of got out of it, and in college it was, and then I've kind of found my way back and, have realized how important reading is in my life, and I can't wait to keep going on this journey. Question number five, what book series got me into reading? I kind of touched on this in the last question, but I don't want to say Harry Potter because I feel like that's way too obvious and way too overused. Maybe it was that Bailey Street School Kids series. I'm gonna have to look it up because there was a zillion books, and they all had like Frankenstein doesn't go grocery shopping. Like, those were the titles. I also remember The Amazing Days of Abby Hayes was a great series, coming of age, type series. And then the American Girl series. I mean, they are so important even today. I don't even know. They've probably got so many new characters and girls that are from various backgrounds, and I'm sure it's so good. I haven't actually looked into it myself yet, but I was very grateful for those books growing up. Number six is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I guess, how do you find a good balance? Like, I'm trying to find a good balance of like not having Booktube and everything consume me completely, because I do have work and I have family and other things, and it's just trying to find a balance where you don't lose the love for everything in your life, I guess, is my biggest question. And I guess, what has Booktube given back to you in your life? Like, what do you like about it? What made you so glad that you actually ended up starting your channel? And number seven is, what challenges do you think will be the hardest to overcome? And I think it kind of goes back on that same thing. I think it's very much time management, and not getting burned out. Like, I know some people can just pump out content 2-3 times a week, and I really admire those people. I just don't think I'll be able to keep up with anything like that. And I think another challenge is just trying to stay true to myself, still reading the books that I want to read, not being influenced by other people. I really just want to keep this like, hey, this is what I'm reading, you know, not really going with whatever's popular at the time. I know that's always fun, but I still want to stay true to what I actually like and enjoy in books. Number 8, when did I start reading? Since infancy, truly. I mean, my mom, like I said, is a librarian, and she was always bringing us books and everything, and I think it was very clear that she made books very important to us growing up, picture books. And then I remember getting books for Christmas and just being over the moon about it. And so I'm really glad that a few years ago I've kind of found my way back to reading, and I found my love again for reading. And number 9 is, where do I read? Well, like I said, I like to listen to audiobooks when I'm running or walking, exercising. It kind of keeps my brain busy, especially if it's a really long run. But I also read in bed, I read on the couch, I have a book with me, I have my Kindle, you know, I can truly read anywhere. So I'm always prepared to read when I want to. So, and number 10, what kind of books do you like to read? Well, I think it changes, my taste changes a lot. I like romance. I like any kind of book with a romance element. That's definitely a big indicator of something I'm gonna go for. But I do love fantasy. I do love literary fiction. Romance is great. I'm a big time mood reader. I'm not really a TBR kind of person unless it's for like a readathon that I want to participate in. But yeah, I really just kind of grab what I think I'm gonna be in the mood for, and I'm always ready to put down a book if I'm really not loving it. I don't really believe in trying to trudge through a book if I'm really just not loving it, because I just think it's a waste of time. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. I think I answered all the questions, and thanks so much for being here, and I can't wait to make more content soon. Okay, bye.